Today we're going to talk about a auto watering method for seeds and seedlings. We're going to talk particularly about how to use it when there is no medium. I like using no medium. I like growing on these green and white trays. It works out awesome. I've got a lot of experience using these, and it's really, in my opinion, the best way to go. It doesn't cost anything. It's easy to clean up. There's no mess. I just made a video recently, it looks like this, and it's posted up on my other channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description, and it describes exactly what we do to germinate seeds with no medium, right? And I've been doing it for a long while, and it's super clean, and you can grow a ton of food this way. It's a great way to go. Again, no mess, no cost, easy cleanup, right? But part of that is understanding how to auto water. And so that's what I want to show you today. We use this method on microgreens. We use this method on leafy greens, high density greens and lettuces. And we also use it on seeds that we're germinating to eventually go out in the garden. Here you see cucumbers and tomatoes and cabbage. Those are eventually going to get transplanted, but I still germinate them on a plate with no medium. We're going to use a gravity-fed watering system. The physics are similar to one of these that you might have seen. This is an automatic waterer for like a pet, for like a dog. It has a basin, a bowl, and then it has a reservoir that's inverted on top. And that creates a vacuum, and it also creates a siphon. And so as water is taken from the bottom reservoir, it will drip down from the top reservoir as long as that top reservoir, the inverted reservoir, is airtight. I've used other methods in the past, but I wanted to show you the two that I most currently use now. So here's our glass. Now you could use any glass. I like using one that's tapered, that narrows down to a point at the bottom. That way when it's inverted, it's incredibly stable, okay? We're gonna need some sort of cover, some sort of lid, so that when we invert it, water doesn't fly everywhere. So I'm just using a Ziploc bag. Just create a nice seal, flip it over, and then you can pull the bag right up from underneath, almost like a magician pulling the tablecloth out, right? And it works perfectly, right? That way you can set it right in place, and it's gonna stay there. And this will feed the seeds and the seedlings for about a week or so, depending upon how large they are. So it works awesome. It's going to make the water level right at the mesh level, and that's going to keep our seeds half in the water and half out. It's going to do amazing things for us. Works really well. The plants love it. I've shown you several examples already, and I'll show you more. But that auto watering method is what keeps those seeds from being washed over or pushed away. You wouldn't be able to spray it like with a sprayer because it's just going to knock the seeds over. You need to bottom water it, and this is a good way. To remove it now, you can slide it onto any hard piece of plastic. I'm just using a cutting board here. You could also use a mason jar lid to help remove it, but it works really well. Next up is actually my preferred way to go. I like to use a plastic bottle. In particular, Powerade bottles are very good because they're sturdy. The only downside of this is that you'll have to drill a couple of holes, but if you don't mind doing that, this works really well. Here's the initial holes I drilled, and I drilled them too small on purpose because I wanted to show you this phenomenon. So there's actually surface tension in the bottle, and when the lid is on tight and it's airtight, surface tension will keep the water from draining out. Okay, so I cover the holes with my fingers and fill it. Then I put the cap on tight. Now, when it drains, what you'll notice is the water has gone away. So now we would want that water to be dripping out of this bottle, but it's not because of surface tension. So there's so much surface tension around those holes that it's holding that water in. Sure, it'll drip out a little bit if I shake it, but it stops right away, see? And so those holes, they're too perfectly round and they're too small. So here I've made them much bigger and irregular. Making them irregular is also important to break that surface tension. Now what's nice is we can actually fill it from those bottom holes with the cap on the bottle. So that makes it even easier. Now when we drain the water with those irregular larger holes, you'll see the bubbles start to go. That tells you that just like if it was on that mesh tray, it would then be refilling that water right up to that calibrated level. Now when we drain the water, you'll see in the test in the sink, you'll see the bubbles start to bubble up. That would be refilling your mesh tray. So if this was sitting right on your mesh tray, this would now be refilling that tray right to that calibrated level. So let's check it a couple times here. We refill it up, it stopped bubbling, right? Because now it's supported by the water, the vacuum, the suction, the siphon is there. But as soon as we drain the water out, it magically activates the autofill, right? So it just works perfectly. It costs nothing, super simple to make, and it just works out really, really well. It's a great way of maintaining that perfectly calibrated depth of water right at the mesh. We want those seeds to be half in the water and half out of the water. So here it is testing on the mesh tray. So we've got the mesh tray all filled up. I've actually elevated it slightly by putting a fork underneath. That way I can get to the water there to take some out. So I'm using a turkey baster, which is a great tool to have if you do hydroponics. And I'm removing some of that water. And as I remove the water, you can see that the autofill function is working perfectly right on that white mesh tray. So this just works awesome, guys. It costs nothing and it's super easy, and it's going to make your life super easy. You don't have to spray your seeds 3 times a day or anything like that. You just auto water them, let them grow by themselves. Works out perfect. Now, if you put it on there and you want to do just a little more, maybe your setup's not quite level, you can just tilt the bottle and it will automatically, you can kind of control the auto water and give it just a little plus up if you need to. That's great if your setup's not level. But it works great. You can tell the greens here are loving it. Normally I would take the tabs, the label off the bottles. I've just left it here just for the video's sake, right? And actually at this point in time, I would be moving these trays either into tubs or putting them into a large full-scale hydroponic system, or a tote or a tub, something like that. So yeah, so these are ready to go. And so it's just working perfect. There it is. In the background, you can see the cucumbers and tomatoes and cabbage. Those are getting ready to go out into the yard. Perfect time of year for that. I'm in zone 8B. And here's showing the totes. It goes in the totes. You can just put the tray right on top of several different totes and that works fine. But yeah, this method, I've used it a lot and it works really, really well. Here's some mature plants. These are going outside into full-scale systems. I'll be harvesting them probably tomorrow to put outside. So it just works out awesome. But you don't have to sit and spray them all the time. You don't have to just water them all the time. That auto watering method just works great on these plates, right? And the one we're showing you today is for no medium, right? I'll be showing you one soon where if you wanted to grow one in medium, then we'll talk about how to do that. And we'll still have that gravity-fed auto watering system. That's important to me from a prepper. I don't want a lot of electricity and things like that. I want the system to be able to function on its own. And you can tell it does really, really well. Here we've got leafy greens, right? That's what we're going to use this for. High-density leafy greens. That's growing on a plate, guys. All of this is growing on a plate. And you can use that auto watering system to where you don't even have to water it all the time. So it works out really well. So leafy greens, pak choy, lettuces. Here we've got some microgreens growing. These are mung beans. You can use that same method. We'll show you lots of different stuff. We're going to show you for remote reservoir automatic watering as well in the future. So lots of different variations coming on this theme here. So you can tell the microgreens love this. The microgreens love growing on these plates. The leafy greens love growing on these plates. And the best way to get them going in the beginning is with that bottom watering, right? So this is the video that I put out originally. If you haven't seen it, you can go check it out. I'll link in the description. And yeah, next up, we'll be showing you the automatic watering method. If you want to grow in a medium, like if you wanted to use clay pebbles or hydrogen, I prefer no medium. But if you like hydrogen, we'll show you an automatic watering method for that. And we'll show you a variation of these plates here, and it's going to open up a whole new world. What's coming is magic, guys. I'm going to show you that you're going to be able to grow microgreens and leafy greens in any container you want. If you've got a favorite coffee mug, you can grow it in that. If you want to grow it in solo cups, you can grow it in that. Maybe you could do some artwork on the solo cups. You can grow it in bowls, any size bowl, any size plate, any size cup. Mason jars, you can grow it in mason jars. You can grow it in 2 liters. Well, you'll be able to grow it in pitchers, bowls, plates, just all kinds of stuff, tubs and totes, any Tupperware. I'm going to show you how to grow microgreens and high-density greens in any container you want to grow using no medium whatsoever, and it's going to work awesome. So you could decorate any of these things any way you want. If you've got a favorite coffee mug, maybe you've got some dinnerware that you like that would match a little setup that you got, you can grow microgreens right on any plate. I'm going to show you that with no medium whatsoever. It's completely awesome. So stay tuned for that. That's it, guys. That's what I got for today. Go make sure you join our Facebook page, TroyTime02 Plants, Preps, and Pups. And if you have any questions, you can ask there. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe because, man, we got some good stuff coming. Guys, I am super excited to show you how much versatility is going to be coming to grow microgreens in any container you want. Anything from a coffee mug to a doggy pool, totes, tubs, Tupperwares, glasses, anything you want, mason jars, solo cups, any kind of container, you're going to be able to grow microgreens and leafy greens in it with no medium, with no mess, and it's going to be awesome. Lots of good tips, lots of great gardening, and a lot of other stuff too coming your way. So thanks for being here. This is Troy Time. I'm out.